Good morning. So, after tinkering with the scripts a little bit, I have gotten some aspects of this working. Here you can see the new series of dungeon passes for the procedural dungeon generation. And here's the altar that you can place things on. You can either use a dungeon pass or an item from your inventory. We'll go to information here. Dungeon pass offering any item of patent in series dungeons. And then, unless I needed to clean up this a bit, but it'll list out all the different passes. I have to update it from what these were here. But that's the information bit, and then I'll go ahead and say use a pass here. And it can see all the passes I have. I need to change that icon. But yeah, I can go ahead and select, we'll go ahead and just do the beginner pass, and it'll show you the information about how big the room will be, or the dungeon itself will be, how many rooms it is. Again, this is all in the works, but so far, I've got the NPC. There's different types of dungeons based on the items selected. The passes are all just going to default to normal, actually, is what I'm going to go with. Unless the pass itself says that it is something special, like, I haven't set up a whole set of those yet, but I may do that at some point, so that, if you find a martial pass or something, you're guaranteed to find the armory or a weapons, depot within the dungeon. And that's kind of the idea behind using the items, is you can theme the rewards, essentially, for the dungeon. So anyways, right now this doesn't work here because I haven't hooked it into the rest of the code yet. It doesn't like what I just did. But what I can do is actually run a test command here. Generate tool, dot test, and this should hopefully not crash the server. Over here in the H top, you can see the map server and all the other servers going. If this screws up, it crashes the map server. So, oops, I screwed up and did not finish typing, or didn't hit enter. Alright, now I'm going to spit out a bunch of text. Woo! Cool. Alright, that worked pretty quick. No errors. And yeah, you can see that was it's looping through a bunch of stuff. And everything is like in the file name is the way I split it out. So these different numbers here. So like I have variants on the size of the rooms that I can do. So like 20 by 20 tiles, 30 by 30 tiles, 50 by 50 tiles. And have that set based on the rooms so that the dungeon knows, whether or not it's a dungeon with small rooms or big rooms or something like that. It'll be able to pick them out based on just the file name of the map itself, and the way I have that all configured, as you can probably see scrolling through here. So yeah, that's just population of the room, and down here is where it actually selects the entrance and builds out the rest of it. It's pretty interesting. Going through the code. I didn't develop the code behind this one initially. One of the other GMs for Morna, Justin, I believe it was, had actually put it together, and we had this functional at one point in Morna 3 for testing and stuff. Justin and I did, but it never got implemented before that server went down, unfortunately. So this is my chance to really do something with it. So let's go see if it actually worked. Heck yeah. So the corners are, it's going to be the lower left and the lower right corner of the map right now. So let's warp to 0. Did it not? Alright, well that's weird. Maybe I'm going that wrong. I have to say 0, 0. Alright, here we go. Found it. You can tell it's the entrance because, alright, let me move this down so you can actually see the screen. There we go. So you can tell it's the entrance because of the steps. That's the key there. And yeah, this one here, we got 2 rooms going up, and then it hooks right. We got, oh, wall up there, big old room down here. This looks like it was a south. Yeah, I need to figure out how to fix that. That's an interesting problem right there, because this is a south-facing bombable wall. That's one of the things about some of these. Yeah, you see, like some of the outer edges have that, where some don't, and that's just because of the nature of how it's constructed. Let's see here. Yeah, this was a pretty big one. Oh, there's treasury. Awesome, awesome. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and warp off of this. And then we'll go ahead and generate another one and see if it breaks or how different it is. Alright. There we go. Okay, so once again we did the start in the lower left. You can also do it in the lower right corner. So we got one up and a right, a right, chamber where we can go explore in different directions again. Is this the same? No, it's filling it. Okay, yes, this is a different dungeon. Nice big room. Four-way room, cool. So yeah, I still need to figure out how to like establish where the boss room is like going to be. I mean, it's procedurally generated, but I still need to place it. Yeah, and there's treasure room. There we go. So that's pretty much what I've got going on now. So the big thing is going to be taking the 2 different scripts essentially and hooking them into each other. The altar sacrifice script, what you saw on map 20 where I was in the white space, pretty much everything there is working with the clicks and all that stuff. It's just when it goes to actually call the process that builds the map, essentially the test function that I ran here, calls everything that needs to be out of the map generator. And so I just really need to marry those 2 processes together and make them talk to each other so that the parameters that are gathered from the item sacrificed are passed on to the dungeon map generator, so it'll know what the room sizes are supposed to be, so it'll know how many rooms there are supposed to be, the overall size of the whole dungeon, so that it'll know. Yeah, there's a number of different parameters. How which specialty rooms, how many specialty rooms, all of that stuff. And then, like I said, I also need to establish how to ensure there's a path from the start to the finish. I do need to ensure that there's a minimum count of actual rooms placed, because I've had this generate where there's, it's a 10 by 10 grid of rooms that are all the same size. But because of the way it tries to place the rooms, it can like loop around on itself and dead end, and then like there will only be 3 rooms on the map, and the rest is just grass area that you can't go to. So there's some oddities that I need to look at, and I know there's going to be weird fringe cases and stuff too. But the fact that this is working, I can generate the maps, I can explore them now, they're different. I gotta figure out how to do the printouts, because I do have some old printouts actually from back in the day when we had this going over in like I said, Morna 3 I think it was. So yeah, if we go in here, oh right here you can see them. So this is what we've been walking around on. This is what they look like. And you can see like how, I mean, it can be humongous. You can see the different variations of grass patches out there. I got 4 different grass patches. Oops, I mean settings. Let's see. See, this here is a thin, scraggly one. Where it just kind of meanders around. That's neat with the little square over there at the end. This one, it wound up generating like all to one side. And then, yeah, this one here got stuck in a corner. Whereas this one, I mean, almost filled out the whole thing. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, what I'm going to wind up doing though is, because I'm going to try and pre-plan this, future-proof it a little bit, to go all the way up to the 10th mark, I guess is what it would be. Yeah, that's going to be fun to do. I've got some other things to figure out with it, but different houses, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, I was working on farms. That was a concept. But I actually did have that implemented in Morna as well. And then, shoot, this is Dahan. Yeah, this is the city that I was designing. Even has the names of the families on the houses. Oh wow, yeah, I forgot about that. Well, now that it's my my world, I guess I can implement this. What I'm going to do with it, I don't know, but it looks neat, I thought. So, anyways, well, thank you for listening to me ramble, and hopefully, if you're interested in Nexus TK or any of the private servers out there, go ahead, you can check me out. We're on Discord. I may as well put like a link or something there. I don't know. Right now, I'm distributing. I don't have a website or anything. It's just the zip file with the DDraw DLL in it. To get you to hook up to my server. But if you're interested, go ahead and let me know in the comments or something like that. And yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll get you the information you need. Thank you once again.